By the year 2026, raw intelligence has plateaued. We've reached a point where the value of an AI model is measured by its friction with your specific tools and daily habits. The financial barriers have also completely vanished. Whether the consumer-level subscription or the high-end professional tier, the monthly costs are completely identical, sitting at $20 and $200 respectively. This chart compares GPT 5.4 and Claude Opus 4.6 across software engineering, graduate-level reasoning, and general knowledge. On paper, performance is indistinguishable. When separated by a fraction of a percentage point, leaderboards become useless. You're looking at two different engines with the exact same horsepower. This leaves users in a difficult position. If the cost and the raw intelligence are the same, the choice has to depend on exactly how the models actually behave when they are under a heavy workload. OpenAI has built a system focused on multi-tool automation and speed. Anthropic has taken a different path, prioritizing structured logic and a safety-first alignment method called constitutional AI. To find the right fit, you have to look past the scores and identify where these systems encounter friction in a real-world workflow. Developers are moving away from simple chat interfaces and into terminal-native coding agents that interact directly with the file system. Committing to Claude Code and the Opus 4.6 model allows for 1 million token codebase comprehension. It maps the architecture of an entire project to handle coordinated, multi-file refactoring without losing track of the original logic. However, that depth comes with higher API costs and longer wait times. Because Claude prioritizes accuracy and safety checks before acting, it can feel sluggish when you only need a quick 5-line fix. Choosing OpenAI Codex and GPT 5.4 changes the pace. This ecosystem excels at native desktop automation and running parallel cloud sandboxes, allowing you to delegate multiple programming tasks at once. The trade-off is precision. While Codex is fast, it lacks the deep reasoning needed to navigate massive, complex architectural changes that involve dozens of interdependent files. For those who need to keep their source code off the cloud entirely, there is OpenCode, the community's open-source answer to these proprietary agents. OpenCode offers total data privacy by running local models on your own hardware. You gain security, but you have to manage the configuration yourself, and the execution speed depends entirely on your own GPU. Selecting a coding agent requires a choice between local depth, cloud-based speed, or the privacy of a self-hosted environment. For knowledge workers and creative teams, the decision revolves around the versatility of the daily subscription. ChatGPT Plus acts as an all-in-one toolkit. It provides DALL-E image generation and web browsing inside a single conversation, keeping your research and assets in one place. The integration of Sora 2 allows for native video generation, creating a significant advantage for teams who need to produce visual content rapidly. But ChatGPT has a distinct memory limitation. Accuracy tends to drop in the middle of long documents, and many writers find its default output style to be repetitive or overly formal. Claude Pro addresses these specific issues. It maintains recall across massive contracts and research papers, and it is widely cited for producing prose that matches human tone and nuance more closely. However, Claude provides no native image or video tools. Its safety filter is also more sensitive, meaning it may refuse creative prompts that OpenAI's models would handle without hesitation. Creatives must decide if they need a diverse media toolkit in a single tab, or the most reliable text processor for long-form analysis and writing. At the enterprise level, the platform choice is often dictated by existing cloud infrastructure, specifically whether a company is built on Microsoft Azure or Amazon Bedrock. Building on the GPT 5.4 API through Azure is often the most cost-effective route. Base rates are nearly 50% lower than the competition, and the model is highly efficient with token usage for short context tasks. This chart shows how GPT 5.4 dominates the short context quadrant. For high-volume tasks, it provides the lowest cost per million tokens. But past 272,000 tokens, the pricing doubles, making OpenAI a poor fit for massive data. Claude 4.6, available primarily on AWS Bedrock, offers a flat rate. Whether you send 1,000 tokens or 1,000,000, the price per token remains predictable. Claude's higher base cost makes simple tasks more expensive. However, its constitutional AI alignment and the VPC isolation offered by AWS Bedrock make it a preferred choice for regulated industries like healthcare and finance. Enterprise teams have to weigh the efficiency of Azure and OpenAI against the predictable costs and strict compliance of the Anthropic ecosystem on Bedrock. The 2026 landscape shows two different strategies for reaching the same level of intelligence. GPT 5.4 is built for generalist automation, while Claude 4.6 is built for specialized reasoning. We can map these strengths to three specific profiles. First, the high-volume optimizer. This user needs multimodal tools like image and video generation, native UI control, and processes millions of short, rapid API calls. If that matches your workload, the OpenAI ecosystem is the clear choice. Second is the architect and researcher. This profile includes engineers refactoring complex codebases or analysts processing 500-page documents that require a consistent human tone. For these depth-heavy tasks, Anthropic is the bidder partner. Third is the regulated enterprise. This decision often comes down to your primary cloud provider and your need for data isolation. Choose Azure OpenAI for general business automation, but if your work requires the strict compliance standards and flat-rate pricing for massive data found on AWS Bedrock, choose Claude. Don't let the benchmark scores distract you. Look at your specific daily bottleneck and buy the subscription that removes it.